So, welcome back. I'm determined to finish. I've been toying with ideas. My mind has distracted. I found some interesting gold trim here. So I'm experimenting with what that might look like. Maybe potentially tie in with the piping trends that we see in upholstering. So I'm having a bit of a play to see what that might look like if I were to finish it with just gold trim. Which doesn't... It's a double, almost like double piping, isn't it? Which connects with the shimmery pattern that we have got from the actual mica. It's quite nice. And I've also managed to find some of this hockey stick, which is something they call in lampshade making that tends to go on as a finish for some of the more luxurious lamps. Once it's all warmed up, fit round the top the lampshade like that. That's another finish I might do at a later stage. Think about, the gold trimmings I might do. I also found some other potential finish, which is green and cream, which might have looked nice if I had a bit of a linen-y kind of wallpapery effect, but it doesn't pick up the gold so much for this lampshade. So I painted some bias binding. I concluded I should have really, if I wanted the skin to be integrated into the structure, I should have made my seams a bit wider. It's something to remember to do next time. The front. Going to use some bias binding. So that one's the one for the lower. I hung on to dry. I painted bias binding, and I painted it the same way that I created the skins, really. They should all match up, or there'll be an interesting contrast for the trimming. It's the same colours, the same think now to just tuck these in. So, what I'm trying to do here is cut. And then cut. And cut one more time. Kind of now we're just tucking, making sure things are out of the way. The lower area, the lower area. lampshade isn't just rolling it that way, it's also rolling it onto the frame. You can get machines to do it. I think those that are producing like hundreds of lampshades a day potentially use a machine. I'd even say 50 lampshades a day, maybe using a machine. The contraptions. I've seen some artisans boasting, that they put their illustrations on the actual shade. But they're using a machine to roll the lampshade and get it all tucked in. Because what we do, if we're hand rolling it, we're also doing all the fiddly tucking it in as well, rolling the fabric onto the frame. It's another dimension to hand rolling. Like those ladies that make the cigarettes in Cuba. Not quite. I don't they roll the cigarette, the cigar leaves or something on their legs. I might not be using my legs, but definitely using my hands and the dexterity and thankfully still in my hands to be able to do this. All the time I'm checking for puckers and things like that and unraveling and then going back in again, making sure it's nice and straight. Just need to make sure that I haven't overstretched anything. The end is nearly in sight. One thing I am pleased about, I've managed to keep the little window. It's a design feature so that when the light shines through, there's a tiny little strip just here at the bottom that's transparent. So that is the finished shade. The next thing is the base to do. Okay, so all done. About to switch it on now. pleased. Very nice. What I like about it is this bit here is transparent. I've got to do a few little finishing touches, holding those. This is the version with a clear LED, warm white, 40 watt, which I advise for many of my lampshades, particularly the ones made of skin. So 40 watt, clear. This one is has got more of a yellowy tone. This one is more clear. It's called warm white. I'm happy, actually. It looks fine. Not sure whether I prefer the one with warm white or the more yellowy. But now that it's all finished, I'm pleased with, the overall look, really. It looks more finished, and I'm looking forward to the next version where I integrate more of the paint skin into the structure. So even though this one has got two kind of strips made of the same colour paint that I used, the next version will look a little bit more minimalistic. But nevertheless, I'm pleased with how this has turned out. It's good for a first go, actually. It's a nice kind of concept piece. I'd be reluctant to say goodbye to this one because of all the work and that's gone into it. But stay tuned for future versions. And if you'd like me to have a go at making one for you in whether it's your brand colours or any kind of colours that are significant for you, do let me know. So that's the finished version of the Marble Effect Paint Skin Table Lamp.